Welcome back, everybody. It's a nightmare in Greensboro, North Carolina, where the Bulls are busting the boys, and I don't mean just one at a time. They're busting them a truckload at a time. What we have had happen here is what Gary LeFew talked about earlier. They're bucking them all off, not just in the short round. It happened at Pendleton. It happened at Colorado Springs. This is not likely to happen very many places. What we want to do, Gary and Shaw, is talk about these two bulls. And, guys, you're the experts. I'm on the boys' side and always have to be. But we've got some bad cat bulls in Voodoo and Gunslinger.
Well, I tell you what, I don't care who's getting on them. You got to go with the bulls on those two guys. Those bulls buck big time. Donald Owens is getting on Voodoo, and we got Jimmy Young getting on Gunslinger. Voodoo, big time bucker. He's got some moves on him that are wild. I mean, you know, putting him in the first, second round or something like that, it's crazy. Well, let's take a look at him, and I'll show you some of the moves that this bull has. Voodoo, the first time we seen this bull was with Wes Sear in Denver. And Wes didn't ride him long enough to really get a good feel or a good handle on this bull, but he gives him a big-time evil twist right here, doesn't he, Gary?
Oh, man, that bull has got some wicked moves out there. He handles everybody so quick. He's fast, and he's got a lot of rear and a lot of drop with some big-time kicks.
Now, J.C. Woodward gives him a heck of a go here, rides him a long time, gives us a good opportunity to see what this bull may do after he's been ridden a while.
Well, he's got that big-time rear right there that really pulls him and then jerks him out of position, and then, boy, he gets it. I mean, he's an action cat.
Well, little JC was proud enough to tip his hand to the bull. He knew exactly what he was going to do. But watch Shane Thurston right here. Now, this guy's aggressive.
Well, absolutely. Shane's aggressive, but Voodoo is big-time aggressive, too. Watch the leap that he has right there.
You got to think about that bull being tight-hided. The bull is tight-hided. It makes a lot of difference. These bulls that are big, sloppy, what we call too much leather on them and got some of that hide roll, but that bull is tight. He's muscle-bound. He's like a weightlifter.
Well, I was talking to David Bailey, and I asked David, I said, David, don't you think he makes some moves that could hurt him? And he says, you know, he's a big bull.
Yeah.
And he's very athletic, and he's gotten comfortable with the moves that he can make and can't make, and he says, and I think he'll just be fine.
And the farther you ride him, the ranker he gets. Let's talk about Gunslinger. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when we say bull and 55 Gunslinger, you'll have to say this once any place in the country, and we know what we're talking about, and every bull rider in the nation does. Here's Terry Don West, the unbelievable TDW, but look at this bull try. This bull has pride, boys.
Big-time rear on that bull, and there's a 90-point ride right there in Wichita, Kansas that split third and fourth.
And you got to figure one thing. Terry Don West is one of the few guys that gets along with this bull because he rides up over that front end so much.
Jethro, Jerome Davis give him a try, and he give it right back to him, Chop City.
And the significance of this ride right here is you see that bull has that rear that Gary was just telling you about. It slams him down, as here's Jerome getting on him again. These guys, when you mount these guys on these bulls several times, they come back and ride him, but not in this case.
Well, he got away from the horns that time. He knew if he was going to slam him down, he'd try to get away from him. He dropped that left shoulder and got out of there. As they let him out the third time, there's a fourth opportunity, and Terry Don West is back in Wichita. This was just a few days ago. 92 points for the ride, his ninth $10,000 check in Bull Riders Only. He owns him if anybody does besides David Bailey.
Well, the only two bull riders to ride that bull in the Bull Riders Only series have been that man right there, Terry Don West, and Adriano Marias at last year's World Championships in Denver.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Shaw Sullivan and Gary LeFew are the experts, and it's my job to keep you informed on what they do. But remember, what we say and what the Lord delivers under these packages of humps and horns can be two different things. There are no guarantees at Wrangler Bull Rider Only. Let's talk about the original Coors scoreboard and what we're really looking at this point. Jimmy Young of Blackfoot, Idaho, and Gunslinger are going to step out. Donald Owens from Oklahoma and Voodoo are going to step in. This is the first time in the history of 5 years that we have ever had this kind of a match come out in the third round in Wrangler's hometown. We'll be back in a minute to try 2 against 2 for $10,000 at Bull Riders Only.
Sampson here with Charlie's Choice. For Bull Rider, there's Jimmy Young. Sorry, there's no Terry Don West, but there's another Oklahoma Bull Rider, Donald Owens. He's riding great. For Bull, there's a lot of great bulls here, but number 55, Gunslinger, that's my choice.
A moment ago, Charlie Sampson said this is his choice, Jimmy Young of Blackfoot, Idaho. I've ragged on this kid a lot. Chevrolet is running a hood ornament under as you have seen in our highlights, nobody, Gary Lemieux, has to give this bull any more advantage than he already carries. Jimmy Young is young by age, but he's talented by ability. This will be the first time in the 2 years that he's really seated himself with bull riders only that he's been in this position for $10,000. But boy, I made me run a rocket ship under him.
Yeah, and he says, I believe he's going to be a little too much bull for Jimmy Young tonight. Jimmy has a tendency to ride back a little bit. He doesn't get up and get a lot of daylight under his legs. And you got to do that to get by Gunslinger. You got to, he comes up and hangs in that front end so much. You got to get up there and stay a little bit longer than you do on normal bulls. And if he didn't get up there, he's going to be in big time.
Get ready. Come on. Come on. Time. Not going to work. That bull has put the Voodoo as the name of the next bull that's going to buck on a lot of guys' memory for the fact that he rattled Terry Don West came to those horns. You saw what he did to Jethro and Jerome Davis a minute ago. He will bite you in a backlash.
Okay, stop that right here as he runs him back. Right back up here. Come back up. Whoa, see how far he's running back? When he runs him back into that flank area, you catch that kick and it blows you out of there. That's what standing up on your legs keeps you away from. It keeps you off of that back end with all the power.
Two things. Riding that hump is exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to get over on that hump, and when he got out there and his chest hit that hump, I think it gave him a little bit of intimidation, and I think something else too. But there's only 2 of you left, and you got to get on 2 of the biggest, rankest, bucking son of a guns in the world. You got to take a little heart out of you.
And if we throw the... But I want you to drop by your local video store and take home a copy of a hot new video. It's called Frank and Jesse. Real outlaws, real heroes. Rob Lowe, Bill Paxton, and the country music sensation, Randy Travis. Go rent that video. I know you'll like it. I guarantee your kids will like it. Okay, Chevrolet says rock and roll. You don't need diesel power under this one. This is Voodoo, Bad Cat, David Bailey's Bad Boy.
Well, I'll tell you one thing about Donald Owens. When he got on Dogface, every one of us, myself included, said he can't ride him.
Yep.
14-0 Dogface was then, and he's now 14-1 because the Dragon Slayer is good.
Donald Owens, ride this boat. Come on, you big long dragon. Yeah, no, you can't. These guys, go, go, go.
No.
Close is it going to be? How close is it going to be? I love to watch this kid ride because I love to watch him win. He is such a great winner. We're going to find out in a minute if it worked. We're going to find out. We'll be back right after this break. Don't anybody move. If he didn't ride him, they've got to ride the next 2. This could be murder. All right, bull riding fans, we're going to try this again. Jimmy Young and Donald Owens. This is Little Herbie. He's the Chevrolet All-Star Bull of the Bunch, and we're ready to rock and roll with him. Now, here's the situation. If Jimmy Young does not ride this bull, this will be the 4th one he's got to get on. And Donald Owens does not ride Chain Gang. The Choctaw Bull, the Cowboy, will not get another one because Jimmy Young will be the winner with a 79-point ride out of the 2nd round. We will go back into that point of competition. So, am I correct?
Absolutely correct, as always.
Oh, thank you. All right, now, I'd never say that my mom can ride this bull, but he's supposed to be rideable. I don't believe it. That's it. I've had it. I quit. I'm taking up tennis next week. I'm going to be on the courts with the rest of you. Now, Donald Owens can ride this next bull. It might happen. What did he do wrong, Gary, besides it in the 3rd round? First of the 3rd round, we did hurt his arm.
Well, I think he's a little bit tired, and as this bull comes up, he's reaching, but he's not standing up. You know, a lot of guys think if you reach out over that front end, you move your upper body over the front end, it gets you up there. But if you don't stand up, your butt is sliding back at the same time, and that's what happened.